Welcome to part 5. These are the days of Elijah, declaring the word of the Lord. These are the days of your servant Moses, righteousness being restored. Part 5. And I'm still in 1 Thessalonians 4 on verse 17 still explaining, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Why? Because this mortal has put on immortality. That's right. We were changed. I just read it out of Corinthians. Changed in a moment, a twinkling of an eye. And up we go. Woo! Up out of this place. Because the wrath of the Lamb, that's the wrath of God, and it is poured out on the children of disobedience. But them that were uncorruptible, and that came out of the world when the Lord called. Them that did what Jesus said, and come out of the corruption. They're going up. Going to be harpazoed, rescued, caught away, caught up. Now that don't mean that we stay up there in the clouds. No. We got the millennial reign with Christ. We gotta do. And then we come back, because he comes back with 10,000s of his saints. Jude 14 and 15. Why? To convince the ungodly of their ungodly deeds. If you're being godly, you have no reason to be here then. You understand? So that means you're going to be up there to come back with him. See, because we read right here where the Lord will bring them with him. God will bring them with him as he comes. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so, them also which sleep, which means die, in Jesus will God bring with him. They're going to be with him. Once he calls us up, they're going to be there, waiting. A lot of y'all keep hollering, I can't wait to get there to see my loved ones. That's a novel idea. But there's only one that I really long to see. And that is Jesus. I'll be glad to see everybody else too, and to meet those I didn't know. Don't misunderstand. But my heart longs to see Jesus. That's my mainstay. That's my go-to. Because that's why I want to go to. See, I had summertime parents. And I loved them very much. I love them very much. But they were summertime parents. Summertime's here at this church, summertime's here at that church, and summertime's out in the world. And I learned, as I watched them, I said, Lord, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be that way. When I'm older, Lord, and I can choose for myself, I choose to serve you wholeheartedly with all that I am. See, Jesus taught me ever since I was a little girl. He taught me to read. when I was older because we moved so much. I didn't get to learn to read. But Jesus taught me. Used to be ashamed to admit that, but I don't know why, because it's an amazing thing. It's a great testimony actually for the Lord about His grace being sufficient. His grace was sufficient in a lot of things for me growing up. I didn't have much to do with people growing up. I was shy and backward. Still am. Oh, to a fault. Oh my goodness. If I have to speak to someone in the boldness of the Lord ain't there, I just panic. Oh, I go into panic mode. I'm telling you, it's a frightful thing. My pet rock gets me through it. Oh, everybody's got their little anxiety pets, right? I got my pet rock. That's right. Or my mustard seed. One or the t'other. Whichever one I just feel to go to at that moment. And I just cling to them. Because I panic. Oh my gosh. Crowds sometimes scare the life out of me because I'm afraid God's going to ask me to say something. So sometime if you hear something knocking, don't just assume it's somebody at the door. It could just be my knees. But we all get those moments when we because it's hard to step out. Especially when you gotta say things people are gonna scoff or gonna mock or gonna be scornful of. And them darts are gonna come, but thank God for the shield of faith. Thank the Lord for the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness. Thank God for helping me keep my loins girt about with the gospel truth. My feet shod with the preparation of the gospel. How is your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel if you ain't reading it every day? See, you can't have on the whole armor of God as a Christian. See, that's not just a minister supposed to put that on. It's every one of us. All supposed to put that on. Because Satan goeth about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. If he finds a kink in your armor or a crack, he'll take you down like David brought Goliath down. I'm telling you. And great will be the fall of you. But I'm going to tell you right now, Satan ain't after you. He's already got you. He ain't got no need to pursue you no more. He done won that battle. And if your conscience is seared with a hot iron, if you can go out here, commit spiritual fornication against your Lord with these evil things in this world, and it don't bother you, and there's no condemnation to you for doing these things, you're reprobate. You're reprobate. All I ever wanted to do was serve the Lord. And all my life I had people telling me I couldn't for this reason or for that reason. And when I finally just decided I'm done with that, I'm going to do this in 2020, I heard the Lord saying, I need somebody for this. Will you go? I said, yes, Lord, I'll go. You just make a way and I'll go. And I did. I went. I gave him my word and I kept it. He's always kept his word to me. No, I wasn't aware. I usually knew when somebody around me was going to die. That was one of the things I was burned with my entire life. Every time I was near someone that was going to pass, I knew a good while before they went. And I always knew when they were getting close to their time. But with Bo, I didn't know that. God knew I would have begged earnestly for that one not to happen. And he knew he would have to tell me no. Because their deaths had a purpose, him and Kenny. And I've come to accept that. Because if it was not the will of God, it would not have happened. God didn't do that, though, just to cause me pain. I know that. Because God loves me. And I know that. So many of you's been through heartache the same way. God didn't take those loved ones to cause you pain. Some of them he let sleep so they wouldn't have to suffer what's coming. Or see what's coming or have to worry about going through that. They're secured in him though through we have that hope I just talked about. Some of you may have ended up going through horrible divorces or whatnot because your spouse has cheated on you or so forth. I don't know. I'm just going with the way the Lord's leading me right now. And you may think, why God let that happen to me? Why God take my loved one? Why God let my family fall apart? Why God let this happen? He has a purpose for everything. And I just explained to you why your loved one went to sleep. To explain to you why your loved one left you if you're one of them that's been cheated on. You're wondering why that had to happen to you. Why God let it happen. God didn't let it happen. The devil talked your spouse into cheating on you. God knew it was happening, so he allowed it to come apart. He untied that knot so that you could go in peace. So that you could get some of your joy back. So you could live for him and seek him for a godly person. To serve him with. And not somebody in the world. Not somebody you're going to be unevenly yoked with. And when it's time, God will make it to happen. If that's what you're seeking. But you got to do what God asks of you. We all got to step out on faith. We got to fight through fear. And step out on faith and do what God says. God asks some of us to do the craziest things sometimes. Like right now, he's got me talking about this. I have no idea why. But okay. It's very strange. He's had me post a lot of weird stuff lately. It happens. But I just do what he says and I go on. Because I know it's going to reach somebody. That is my belief. And I know it's going to be a light to somebody, even if just a sparkle. Sparkle on, right? See you in the next video.